Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Planet Tyro. I'm your host Donald Wonder, and you're back here with me for some anime talk. Guys, I do apologize, we don't have a lot of anime and manga content at the moment. I am super busy doing a university course, so I'm kind of going through and giving you some of my unfinished business anime reviews. I'm going to cut a long story short. Before I went on YouTube, I was doing a lot of written reviews on My Anime List. If you're not friends with me on My Anime List, I'll leave a link in the description. And a lot of those reviews I haven't actually made into YouTube video reviews, so I'm just going to convert most of them. It'll save me some time. And a lot of the reviews I did on there, well, 4 or 5 of the titles I'm going to be bringing over in the next couple of weeks and months are still anime that doesn't get a lot of love, or very, I don't want to say they got people split or whatever. So this time, as you can see in the title, we're going to be talking about the TATAMI Galaxy. Now, this is one that was hailed for a long time. People loved it for so long. 7 years later, are people talking about this anime so much? Not so much. But the reason why this anime was the first one I wanted to tackle in my unfinished business series is because, as you can see, I even entitled this episode this is the most Woody Allen anime I've ever seen, without a doubt. And man, since we're doing a Woody Allen retrospective right now, ironically, I just thought, hey, I want to talk about TATAMI Galaxy, because if Woody Allen was an anime writer or anime director, this is the show he would make, because the storyline, the character, it just screams Woody Allen. So let me give you some background on TATAMI Galaxy. TATAMI Galaxy, I believe this was based off a campus manga novel. I don't even know what a campus manga novel is, but a campus manga novel that was made in 2004, and it was reprinted in 2008, and then it was animated, and well, it was translated into an animated series by animation studio Madhouse, and which was directed by one of my, well, I don't want to say one of my favorite anime directors, but this guy made one of my favorite anime movies, Mind Game, and that is Masaki Yasawa. Am I said Yutawa? Yawata. Oh, I'm getting this wrong. So I'll put his name on the screen. He wrote Mind Game. I don't know why I haven't reviewed Mind Game yet, but Mind Game is one of my favorite animes. And at the time, going back to 2010, when I saw Mind Game and I heard he did a series, I was very hyped for this series. And also, again, this is a favorite for a lot of my anime elitist friends. So I checked this one out way back when. I enjoyed it for the most part, but I want to get into the nitty gritty for those of you who don't know what this is about. Okay, so TATAMI Galaxy is, I don't want to call it an episodic series, but it starts off as being an episodic series about a young university student called Watashi. Now, Watashi is a university student. When the anime starts, I believe he's finished university and he's just depressed because he doesn't feel like he joined the right club. The club he joined in his university days didn't give him fulfillment. And he sees some of his other peers and he's like, these guys lived the university life. They went to their club. They had so much fun. And I wish I had the great university experience in the right university club. Now, this is the premise of the anime because, unbeknownst to Watashi, the main character, every single episode is about, what if Watashi joined the swimming club? Or what if Watashi joined the cyclist club? Or what if he joined the reading club? So every episode he actually joins another club and we get to see his perspective on that club. But not to spoil it too much, but every episode kind of ends the same, because through the episode we get to see his experience through said club, and he usually ends up being very pessimistic and very gullible, and it never turns out well. And by the end of the episode, it turns out with him, you know, wanting that, I wish I joined the other club. Now, when I say that, this probably sounds very whiny, very silly, but the anime is played for comedy and it's played really well. And Watashi being the main character is actually pretty fun, pretty engaging. So we'll get back to him in a moment. Let me just get to some of the other aesthetics. Let's start with the animation. Now, the animation is, you know what? The animation's aged pretty well. I watched a few episodes before doing this review just so I can remind myself how it looked. And I like the simplistic character designs. It kind of reminds me of, the character designs remind me of that MTV show called Daria, where they look very simple. But this is a very colourful anime. It looks really colourful. And as the series progresses, the animation studio Madhouse, one of the greatest in the game, they actually start to meld 3D, CG, and even real life with the anime as the story progresses, and as Watashi's experience gets kind of crazy, and in the end it becomes very detrimental for him. But the animation complements the story, and I said it was episodic, but believe me, near the end that episodic theme kind of breaks and the story takes center stage. The animation has aged really well, and to me, honestly 7 years later, I really like this. The only thing I will say is, at the time 2010, when I originally watched it, it was more original and it was more like, wow, this is a breath of fresh air. Now we've got so many other animation studios, Studio Trigger, Kyoto Animation. There's so many studios that like to do more experimentation now. They're not afraid to do experimentation animation. The storylines might not be any good, but we see this more often, so it's not mind-blowing, but I still think it holds up. It's very colorful, very beautiful looking, and yeah, that gets a thumbs up for me. Moving on to the sound, I got some contention with the sound, but it's just not the way you might think. First of all, the opening is fun. The music to the opening is fun. It's just this upbeat song, which is fine. Not too memorable, but fine. The ending theme, I absolutely love it. I actually tried to use it in a previous video and I got flagged on YouTube because the anime studio copyright contented it, because they must love that song and they don't want people using the song. I'll probably put a YouTube card so you can check it out. I just think it's sung really beautifully. It's got a little techno to it. It just sounds really great on the stereo headphones, and it's just one of my favorites in recent years. Oh man, so there's one thing about the sound that really bugs the hell out of me, and that's the dialogue. The dialogue for the anime on the whole is, the main character Watashi is spitting out motor-mouth dialogue super fast. And if you're not a Japanese speaker and you're reading them subtitles and they're coming up really fast, it might annoy the hell out of you. And to be honest with you, that's the biggest complaint of this anime for the majority of people. The subtitles were too fast, the dialogue was too fast, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, it bugged me at first, but I really wanted to see what this anime had to offer, so I put up with it, and after 3 episodes I got used to it. So the thing that really bugs the hell out of me with this anime is that, you know, being subbed is fine and all that, but you know, I was waiting for the English dub. Now here's the thing, the anime came out in 2010, and I think not too long after, it was licensed by Funimation, so an American company owned the rights to distribute it, and they could dub it, but they haven't released this in English dub, and it is an injustice to this anime, because the dialogue, the written dialogue, is not only fast, but it's pretty witty, and there's a lot of good comedy written in the dialogue, and if you're hearing it in English, I think with a good cast, it will make this anime stand out a lot. Like I said, this is the kind of thing Woody Allen did when we spoke of that movie Love and Death. You got that fast back and forth dialogue, and it really works really well. Again, if you're Japanese, you might not care, but if you're English and you're reading those subtitles and you have to pause, it will annoy the hell out of you. Again, this is one of those animes, I guess it's like, if you feel like it's worth your time, you'll put up with it. But at the end of the day, there's an American company that already holds the rights to it, and they haven't dubbed it. Funimation do the best dubs as well. It's perplexing why they still haven't dubbed it. I checked again, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I couldn't find a dub, but I could not see another dub for this. And even a couple of years ago, I checked, there was no dub. I am beyond confused why there's no dub for this, and I'm just more confused because a dub brings the anime up, in my mind, four notches. It's already a decent anime, but with a good English dub, with that dialogue that's easier to digest. And you know, I'm not even saying they should slow down the dialogue. I'm just saying that to a Western audience, we would benefit from a dub. And you know, it's just the biggest missed opportunity, and it's a source of contention for most of the fans, and most people have dropped it because of their dialogue. So I will say give it a chance, but I'm not going to force anyone to check this out. It's really good dialogue, but you know, it was a choice by the person who wrote the manga and the anime guys. Maybe they could have slowed it down, but either way, I still think it's fine, but I have to put the negatives out there, and that's definitely the biggest negative. So moving on to, let's wrap this up with the story and the character stuff. The characters are fine. The main character, Watashi, he's charismatic. He's that Woody. He's the most Woody Allen-ish character you can find in anime, in my opinion. He's very negative. He's kind of nebbish. He's charming. You know, he's kind of likable, but you know, he's kind of a loser at the same time. But you get behind him. He's even got this weird mental character. I forgot what he's called. What's he called? I think he's called Johnny. Yeah, this crazy mental character called Johnny. It's like this riff on what the Disney character, you know who it is. I'm gonna try to put a picture on the screen, but yeah, that was fun. Look, the other characters he meets, like his best friend / arch enemy, he's funny. There's a female lead in that's funny. I like the fact this series has character development, especially near the end where they all come to a good conclusion, and that's really cool. And as a whole, even though this anime starts off episodic, there's a point to all of this, which I really like, especially if you're one of those jaded people who, you know, who went to university and wish they had a better life. This is a good anime for those guys who wish their lives were better in college or high school. This kind of complements them, and that's why I like this anime, because the grass is always greener on the other side. And this is the anime to show this, you know, sometimes it's not about what you think. You as a person are the problem, or you as a person might need to change. And by the end of the anime, not a spoiler, it comes to a nice revelation for the character, which brings it all home. And that's some good character development. The other characters are there to support him, to bring comedy, but this is a comedy drama. We're not getting too deep, we're not getting too heavy, and this anime is only 11 episodes as well. So I like the fact it didn't keep the repetitive episodic formula for too long, and it got to the point, and I enjoyed it for the most part. So my rating for this is a solid B. The things that hold it back are that motor-mouth dialogue with no English dub. That's the only negative. It's short, it's sweet, the animation's gorgeous, the music is good. I love the ending theme, I said again, and I just can't understand why Funimation hold the rights to this and they haven't dubbed it, because it's just the saddest missed opportunity. And I know a lot more people would give this a chance if the dialogue was in English, and maybe if they wasn't so fast. But either way, there's only certain things you can change. But anyway, this is an older one. Again, I'm catching up on some reviews that I haven't got to, that for some reason I haven't done yet on the channel. So let me know what you think of the Tatami Galaxy. It's an old one. If you haven't seen it, my advice is check it out. The first 3 episodes are somewhat chaotic, but because you already know from what I've told you what it's about, you understand what's going on. I didn't give any spoilers, trust me. The ending's really good. Animation's good on the whole. And I want to know what you guys think. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments down below. Do you think I've overpraised it? Do you think it's just garbage? Did you not get through it? Did you hate the motor-mouth dialogue? I want to know your opinion. And we need to tweet Funimation to dub this anime, because you're just holding this back. But I don't know. There must be some behind the scenes reasons why they haven't done it. But either way, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a thumbs up on the video. Let us know you like the content. I know you guys are missing some of the manga content. Old boy was working on some manga stuff, but we had to repackage it, and you guys will find out soon enough. But in the meantime, I'll just throw some anime reviews at you that I was meant to do a long time ago. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hit the annotations on the screen that YouTube are suggesting to you. And until then, thanks for checking us out. See you later.